Okay, this is the chook house. Clever little lock here, just rotate that. We like to keep a brick there and a couple of pieces of timber. In we go. Girls are usually happy to see. Breakfast. Not that there's much in there today. First thing we normally do is rake whatever's left over in that area where Sue's standing into the open compost bay. Just pile it up in there. They scratch around in it a lot. And go through it over and over again. And just there's not much there right this second, but because I've just cleaned it out. But whatever's there, you can rake it in, please, and they will go through that. And if they don't, it just gets stuff added to it and becomes a compost pile. Breakfast time, not a lot in there today for them, so they're not particularly interested in. We use, if there's kitchen paper and anything else that'll compost that they won't eat. Sue's just throwing that in. Here comes the rice. I usually just tip it. I don't know why she's using her hands, but you can please yourself. And that's that part of it. And the next thing we need to do is make sure that they have clean, fresh water. You might have noticed some buckets around the place. First of all, into the shed, the chook shed, and they usually lay by now, this time, in the morning, 3 eggs today. Good on you, girls. And then we usually refrigerate them, by the way. They last a little bit longer. You don't have to. That's the step-on feeder, and that's a water drinker inside the shed. They still get dust and rub and dirt and so on, so we keep that clean. And we keep the buckets clean too. Sometimes you can get away with just hosing it out, but every now and then they'll need a scrub. There's a little brush up there that we use to do that. And the hose, of course, is there. So they get scrubbed out. There's a black bucket as well, and there's 2 smaller little buckets or bins that are there to fill up with water. Make sure that there's plenty. They've got plenty, but we'd rather overdo it than have them go without, particularly when it's hot, which isn't right now. So once you've cleaned them out, scrubbed them out, and given them a rinse off, you just refill them and take them back in. Sometimes oh no, it doesn't matter about that. Okay. Just a little quick vid of in case you're not too sure, that drinker has 3 little notches on the bottom tray that have to line up with the reservoir. And when you line them up and rotate it, as you'll see in the next little bit of video, it stays on, and you just have to quickly flip it over so that you can rehang it. And that's it. I know you know how to do these things. They're pretty basic, but not too bad to show. These are the 2 food tubs. That's the pellets. Sue's going to make up a small mash. She's going to take a small amount of those out and mix them up with a little bit of water. We have another busted dish that we use that needs a clean, so while Sue's cleaning it, I'll show you the rest of the food. In this tub, there's the pellets, and in that one with the red stripes, there's a wheat. They don't love the wheat too much, but I give them a handful every now and then. And in the other tub, which we'll probably show later, there's some walnuts and their main meal, the meal food. So you can add a couple of extra things, a little bit more or less to this if you want. The mash can go in, a little bit of water. It depends how hungry they are. Sometimes they hop into it straight away. And finally, just showing you the other container, the other food hopper. It has some walnuts in there, the bag of meal, a bag of old walnuts, which we chop up a few of them in the afternoon for them, smash them up with the bricks that are up there. There's this stuff, it's a meal called Eggs for Shore, and we get some of that and put it in the hopper indoors. I think if you put 2 of them in, like if the whole thing was empty and you put a couple of meals, a pellets and a wheat and gave it a bit of a mix around, that's pretty good and they would enjoy that. All right. Thanks for your help and thanks for looking after the chooks. See ya.